in terms of design, it's the one place where I think Northern Ireland can really shine, because there's a real talent now. There's such a body of people have come up through the ranks over the last few years, especially because there's such a concentration of design, that I think that we can really put Northern Ireland on the map in terms of great shows, and there's definitely the calibre of work there to show the local talent as well. You know, we don't have to bring in outside designers, I don't feel anymore. Certainly I've never actually designed anything at the Lyric. A lot of my training's been through Dublin, and I've done design shows, and I was mainly an assistant to Joan Bergen, who's an Emmy winner for the Tudors, for a lot of shows that she did down in Dublin. So I suppose my main contact up here before with the Lyric has been for a lot of hair for costumes. So also it's got a great bank of costumes already that's there, but also I know that certainly in terms of the design work, and from my point of view, it would be that everybody gets a chance. That's not just the same designers all the time, but that everybody gets a chance to pitch for a show, and you know, that everyone will also get a hand in it, that there's a pool of designers who work just for the theatre.
Well, the Lyric is Belfast's repertory theatre and Northern Ireland's repertory theatre. It was founded on the principles to give actors, directors and crew from Northern Ireland work to allow new plays to be seen from playwrights, by playwrights from here, and to employ the local acting talent who previously had no place to perform. I think the new Lyric needs to make a policy whereby they employ local actors and directors and playwrights first, and only if there is not a local actor available to do the role should they look outside Northern Ireland.
I'd like to see a lot of visual art in the foyers. That changes quite a bit, because although there's an awful lot that goes on within the theatre, and I'm hoping there'll be a great new programme and, as you say, state-of-the-art facilities, I always think front of house sometimes gets let down with that, and having one piece of visual art and not a collection of exhibitions that go through it from time to time. It's just a great way of when people come in to see the theatre, they know what they're coming to see and they get something a little bit extra as well, which they don't normally expect. And I think it's a good way of showing local work as well, which has not as many forums to show their work in.
Very excited about it because it's two spaces instead of one, and the more places we have for actors to work in the city, the better. And I think the more cultural activity Belfast can muster, the better. I think this cuts to the arts as a false economy. We need more theatre, much more theatre, and more places to do it, so I'm delighted.
It's always important for a theatre to reach out. There's always new audience, and particularly our young people, particularly going to schools, theatre becomes like a second nature, or not even second nature, but what am I going to do tonight? Oh, I'll go to the theatre, or they put it on the same kind of level as going to the theatre, going to the cinema, or going out for a drink, and it has to be interesting and fun. And to do that, if you make a theatre a living space, not just that you go and see a play. A great model, I think, is the Tricycle Theatre in London. Everything goes on in the Tricycle. They have, obviously we don't have a cinema facility, but they have rehearsals. People come in, even if they're not going to see a play, they come in and they have lunch, and it's a happening place to be, and you actually want to go into the theatre. It's inviting and welcoming, and I think that's possible to do. Where the Lyric is situated is absolutely beautiful. It's on the river, and it's be nice for people just to come in lunch and then by chance find out what's happening, rather than the Lyric always having to go out and find ways to get people in. The people are passing by and going in would be just a fantastic thing. I think if we can achieve that.